You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Power 105.1 is The Breakfast Club. We got two special ladies in the building this morning.
Two surprise guests because we had no idea they were coming.
But this is a great guest, guest. One is Brandy.
Hi.
Yep. And the other is Miss, she will F you up in a minute, Monica.
Monica, yes.
We were talking about this behind the scene. Welcome, ladies.
Hey. Thank
And
you for
Charlamagne whispered to me, he said, yo, you know Monica will F you up,
Monica
right?
will F you up,
I said, you know
Monica
she'll F you up.
ratchet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started talking about all the times Monica threatened people.
But not in a long time.
Yeah.
Come on now, give me some.
But been about 2 years.
Progress.
About
That's when she was
2
dating rappers. She's not dating rappers no more.
Okay.
She's upgraded.
No,
right.
it wasn't.
There's a
plural.
code of conduct for the NBA.
Yeah, no team fines. No team fines.
Well,
This,
good morning,
and this isn't
ladies.
Brandy. This is Chardonnay.
No.
Yeah, they gave her the most ghetto name they could find for the game. I guess Alizé
right?
wasn't available, so they call it Chardonnay.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yes.
I like that because she's always calling me ghetto.
Oh.
Say that. Yeah, Monica got a little hood in her, but
A
I
little
love
bit,
it.
she has a lot in her.
I love it, but she
But wait a minute
switches it
now, I
up.
don't know
She's
if-
versatile.
Wait a minute.
What?
Now, there's nothing wrong with that. We like hood chicks.
I like to call it real. People don't respect it real anymore. Everybody's so busy with their facades, you can't
Absolutely.
get through to who people are.
Right.
So I mean, if hood is like in your mind what you think of when you think of real, I'll accept that. I'll be anything but fake. I'll be anything
Yes,
but phony.
And not only that, you always stand up for yourself. You don't never back
Oh,
down.
no.
Yeah, you address issues.
And her others. And her friends as well. She's standing up for her friends.
I can't look this way. That
Sierra,
ring is too
too.
big and
You
too
stood up for
bright in
Sierra
my
one time.
face. I can't even look in Monica's direction. Look at that ring.
Join the
my
club.
goodness.
So what's
Brandy's
going
about
on?
to get a ring soon too, though. So you know.
I
Yeah.
know. You know something I don't know, Ange?
I mean, that's what the
Speaking into
Angela, you big mouth.
What?
You got you a ball player too, Brandy?
No.
Right.
I have a regular guy that loves me for me.
Regular guy?
He's in the music industry, but just not.
That's not regular
out in the
then.
front.
That's not regular. Regular guy is 9 to 5.
Yeah, regular
Yeah,
guy.
he's
works at
not a
7-Eleven.
regular
He's
guy.
just not a celebrity.
Okay, there you
know,
go.
He's just chill.
But
I
that,
like
by
him.
the way, her boyfriend is like a very good friend of mine.
Yep.
He's like my little brother.
That's why I'm like, do you know something I don't know? Cause
Oh.
let
No.
me know.
Okay.
Oh, so you know Brandy's boyfriend?
Yes.
Oh. So I can't ask Brandy what that mouth do, though?
No, you cannot.
No.
Oh, okay.
You absolutely cannot talk
That's
to
a
her.
compliment. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
That is not a compliment.
That is a compliment.
No, it's not.
Look how you're trying
That
to
is
make
not.
them. See, this is where all the hood stuff come
Go
in.
get 'em.
Because I can read between any lines, baby. I look over there and read the eyes, Brandy. Stay focused. Look over
I
there.
am, but
at him.
I'm depending on you to have my
Make
back,
him take
'cause
the
I'm
hood
trying-
off, baby, where you can see him. Make him take the hood off.
Yeah, that's a compliment. What
That's
that
not
mouth
a
do,
compliment.
though?
That is
You
But you
don't
know what?
ask cosmetically challenged girl.
For
I wouldn't
both-
ask Fantasia what that mouth do, though.
Right, that is true.
I have pretty girls with that mouth, though.
Anyway, for both Monica and Brandy, though, you have to admit, being in the limelight and having a relationship is a difficult thing. You know, sometimes like you start dating somebody, you don't really want people to know about it at first because you're like, well, you know, I don't know if this is going to work out, so I don't want to put my business out there. But eventually it all comes out. you
Yes,
know?
it does.
I don't really care what people know, though. You know, I think that it's better if they see us in a normal light. You know what I'm saying? So when you date, if it doesn't work out, there's
Right.
no huge conference, you know, like a press conference got to be held. It just didn't work.
It's also
That's
good
it.
for music, too, when your relationships don't work out. That's
Well,
they
that's
say-
not good for us.
But it's good for your music.
When you know, we get in the booth crying, trying to get the records out.
Yeah, but you do make great records when you're in a lot of pain. I mean, I know I've experienced that where I just felt so bad inside and my heart was broken and, you know, I sang my best because you're singing from a different place. And so it does help sometimes, but I'd rather not be
Have
in
to
any
do
more
that.
pain. I don't want to go through any more heartbreaks at all.
So was The Boy's Mind based off a true story? Because I heard it was actually real issues between y'all after that record was recorded.
We
Well,
didn't
we
even
wasn't
know
really
each other
fighting
till
over a
we.
boy, no.
Of course, not a dude. But we didn't know each other. And what happened was they do the same thing that they do now with the rappers or females. Like they kind of created first, and we were young enough to just fall into the trap. So we didn't like each other. We didn't communicate. We didn't perform the record outside of the one time on the MTV Awards. We never even wanted to be in each other's presence for many years.
Because they pit you against each other.
They do it.
They
They still do it. I mean, but at
And they
16
try to
and
do it
17,
now.
let's be clear though, at 16 and 17, that was one thing. But at these ages, that's unacceptable.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's too much to be done, and we can do more together than we can separately. So we don't feed into that now. But back then, you talking about 14 and a half years ago, yeah, of course.
How
we
did you
didn't-
guys decide to do that track together? Like, how did you overcome all of that, people talking and pitting you guys against each other? You just finally had a conversation?
finally had a conversation?
Yeah, and then it was interesting because I felt like the drama is what made me want to even do the song with her because we had this great song, Rodney and I, The Boy Is Mine, and I'm like, oh my God, we should put Monica on this. This will just, you know, shock people that we would even get on a song together. And since people are already putting us against each other, this is the perfect song. So it was basically built off of the drama that everybody else created, and we hadn't even met each other.
So y'all, it was just miscommunication. Y'all didn't really have a beef. It's just people
Exactly.
manufactured
There
it.
was
Yes.
we couldn't tell you a specific reason that any of that
Yeah.
happened at all.
Wow.
And then 14 years later, y'all got another song and a new video out together.
Yeah.
And this time y'all aren't arguing over a boy.
Nah.
Yes, we're taking all our stuff back.
So are y'all making up for lost time, or y'all got an album coming out together? Like, what are y'all doing? I'm seeing y'all together all the time now.
Well,
we have
that's
a
for the
song
single,
together,
of course.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, and then that's one thing you want to do when you have somebody that you're sharing a record with. You want to make sure when you perform it and stuff like that, you are together. So we do a lot together right now, but her record comes in June, mine comes April 10th. So we still trying to make sure we, support each other and show that this is more than just a record. I mean, we will do the tour and whatever else comes after that. We'll
said
just
it on
decide, later on.
Now last week,
Summer tour, right? I read something
Yes.
about that. Yeah.
we got to tell them about last week now.
What happened last week?
We started this segment called The Freezer.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yeah, that's when we have artists that are cold out there that need to heat up.
Yeah, whose careers are kind of
So we opened up the phone lines and we were just talking about artists that haven't been out in a long time, and your name came up,
It
Brandy.
kept
Of
coming up,
course,
Brandy.
my name. I
Wait,
haven't
hold
been
up,
out in 4
hold up.
years.
So we were, that's what we said. It might be, we were saying it might be a rap for Brandy. We haven't heard from her in 4 years.
But listeners called up and tweeted and was like, hell no.
Straighten
we're
us
still
the F
checking
out
for Brandy.
immediately. We didn't know you
Yes.
had so many
Thank
fans.
God.
Straighten us out immediately.
Where do you feel you're at in your career right now?
Well, I think I'm at a place where I really have to make the right decisions in music, and I feel like just in the past it's been kind of difficult for me because I kind of lost who I was as an artist. I really didn't remember, the type of music that I should do, and I start listening to everybody around me instead of really following my intuition and my gut and listening to, God tell me exactly what I need to do. And I think when you lose that, you pretty much lost everything. So the whole decline, and that was just a difficult time for me. I feel like right now I'm in a good place musically. I'm with the right home, the right team, and I'm excited going
That's with
forward.
who? You with Rodney still or no?
No. I haven't worked with Rodney in a while.
Now we also need a favor from you.
Yes.
You know somebody that we know that's not really talking to us right now.
It's our guy, too. It hurts us. That
Who's
he
not
doesn't
talking?
communicate
Ray
with us
J is
more.
no longer talking to us. That was one of our best buddies.
That's all he used to text me. We
He
call
won't
each
respond
other
to
and stuff.
Charlamagne
You know
or
what?
Envy's text messages anymore.
And then ever since he called up here
Wait
and
a
did
minute,
the
though.
whole
This
rant.
sounds like a piece of the story. What did y'all
Well,
do?
listen, Ray J did it
We
himself.
haven't heard from Ray J since this.
Let's play it.
Don't play that.
No, we got
Can't get enough of the Breakfast Club? Check out this rewind.
Yo, Charlamagne.
What up, my G?
Envy, what up?
What up, Ray J? What happened, man?
Ray
What the
J.
hell went on?
When you want to disrespect me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside, and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'm going to smack you up again, fool. Ray J got beat up. I'll shot that in the
I
face,
just have to
man.
look at the reaction.
So you punched Fab in the face.
One time.
Can you
Hey,
please turn it
all
off?
I'm saying is if you got Fab number, tell that to send a picture of his face right now.
Oh my God.
So, Brandy, I take it you're not a part of the money team.
No, but seriously, Ray J did call up, and now Charlamagne and Envy have both tried to reach out to him, and he will not respond
I've
to
been hitting
them
him up like, yo, you
after
good?
you did that
I want to know,
interview.
you good? You good? He don't even respond. I'm like, damn, what did I do? I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I don't have a comment.
You got to fix that for us.
A lot has happened. He'll forgive you.
Just tell him we didn't do it. We didn't do it. We didn't do nothing. We gave him an outlet to speak like we always do because that's our man.
We had no idea what was going to happen
I had
that
no
morning.
idea.
Well, are you and Ray J friends?
That's my guy.
Like friends?
Me and Ray J have traveled to South Carolina and smoked weed together. We banged chicks together. That's my guy.
Oh my goodness.
God.
TMI.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
Ray J, matter of fact, Ray J hit me one day and was like, yo, me and Brandy just finished dying laughing at you making Little Mama cry.
Oh my
That's
God.
My guy.
Allegedly.
Oh
Oh,
my
allegedly, yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
All that was alleged.
That's this
Allegedly.
interview up.
Oh my gosh.
God.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. You know what? Ray is in a space right now, and he's just, when he's ready to talk, he'll talk.
No doubt.
No, but you guys are all going through a lot right now. Now, I know you said for the title of your new album, it's a tribute to Whitney Houston.
Absolutely.
And to your birthday. That must have been a horrible day for you to celebrate your birthday on a day that
There was no
somebody that you're
celebrating
very
of a
close
birthday.
to.
Yeah, I didn't celebrate at
Right.
all. You know, it was just a really weird day. It was difficult for the both of us, and I was actually happy that Monica was right there. We shared that moment together, and it was just tough. It was very tough, and it still is tough. It comes in waves, you know.
I heard y'all got the phone call together, and it was like, said Monica passed out, and I fell out. I don't want to say passed out.
Yo, Monica will F you up. You see how she looks at you?
I'm just saying what I heard.
Yo, get that baseball bat over here, son.
I want to paint the scene for the
I
people.
got something in my purse for him.
She got a gun. Listen, we're not supposed to be laughing right now. We're trying to paint a scene.
All right, sorry.
They was together when they got the call that Miss Whitney Houston passed. How was that?
It sucks. It was her birthday too. On top of that.
It was rough though because you got to understand that at 13 years old, I met somebody that I idolized. You know, growing up, we didn't have a lot of people that looked like us back in that particular era that were doing. They did the type of music that she did. She sang pop records. She sang soul records. She could do pretty much anything vocally. And then meeting her, and then y'all know I went through my years from about 17 to 20 were pretty difficult. And she was always there for me. You know, no matter what state her life was in at that particular moment, she would actually come to Atlanta every time something would happen, and she would stay there with me and just remind me that I was able to come out on the other side of certain things and not be a victim of my circumstances. She's like, you're bigger than the situation. Be bigger than the situation. And so I had to be the same thing to her. So I'm not just looking at the fact that we lost the icon. I lost a friend.
Right.
You know, I lost somebody that had experienced some things that even I had not. And she was very open with me and very real about some of the things that I needed to do to kind of get myself back on track. And so it was hard, spending days with her. I'm thankful for the days that we spent, but to lose somebody so suddenly, just to we go to the 8th floor and you go to the 4th and we never see you again.
Right.
That's not easy, man. And we human. We still trying to figure it out. We're trying to deal with it together. And I think it brought us even closer because we're still two separate individuals. And I think that brought about the realization that it was really time to come full circle.
Right.
And Brandy, openly since the beginning of your career, you've always said Whitney was your mentor and your idol.
Yeah, she was everything to me. I mean, just watching her growing up was like, I just couldn't believe a person like her existed. Like her voice, I didn't even know what love was at the age that I was introduced to Whitney, but her voice did something to my spirit. It really moved me in ways that I just couldn't understand, like why I was so moved by her voice. And it was just, I was like, wow, I want to do what she does to people with my gift.
Right.
Like, how can I do the same thing? And, watching her at that age, it just made me want to become everything that I could become. And
right. Do you guys speak to Bobby Christina at all?
we have spoken to her.
And how's she doing? Because, I mean, she needs the love more than anything else right now, because she's very young, and I'm sure she's confused, and I'm sure she has family members coming out the woodwork thinking, that they're going to live off of her. So she needs you guys the most if you do speak to her.
She needs Monica Gunn to keep Bobby away.
Stop.
What?
Stop
saying that because she's not registered to carry her gun here in New York.
That's
and people
right.
get in trouble for that.
Don't get caught with that gun, Monica. You could end up doing 3.5 years.
She don't know what she's talking about.
That's right, Angela. You a snitch. You don't know what you're talking about. Monica ain't got no gun.
Yeah, she over here dry snitching, telling me I'm not registered. She don't know that.
Now listen, it's been 15 years. Things have changed, and I've seen Monica threaten to delete her Twitter account before, and I've seen them come at you crazy on Twitter and stuff like that. How do y'all deal with the new social media wave that's out now?
Well, mine was actually, and I explained this before, mine was actually something that we did intentionally because we've had an ongoing situation. I'm very careful about the extent that I talk about it too, because he's mentally not stable, and his family has been kind of working with us to kind of just keep him, a little bit calmer than he normally is. But my Twitter was becoming the way that he would track and keep up with where I was.
You got a stalker?
I don't like to call him that because he's mentally challenged.
Okay.
So I don't think that his goal is really to hurt anybody.
Right.
Some days he thinks he's Tupac, like those letters he sends me. It's not funny.
Not scary.
Yeah,
you ain't never had a stalker, have you?
It's very scary
Do I look
because
like Monica? I'm not pretty.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I've
right.
never had a stalker.
No, but
Now I had one. I know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I mean,
pretty. You
it's-
pretty. That's why.
It's very serious.
Thank you, Charlamagne. Thank you.
And
He
definitely had a
thinks,
stalker.
he thinks he's different people at different times. He's very, he's mentally challenged.
Right.
Period. And
I bet he ain't never do nothing like this. Draw a picture like that of you.
From jail.
From jail.
Actually, it's just.
Oh, that's nice. A man from jail draws a picture of me on the envelope.
Actually, mine wasn't.
Showing the back of the envelope.
Oh my goodness.
Mine actually wasn't on the envelope. It was on the inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and see, I roll how I roll. I don't do the big security thing, that whole thing. So that's when they said, okay, if you step away from that, step away from it. Let people know it's just something you got to do for a minute, and let us figure this out, because everywhere I would go, his stuff would get there before me.
Wow.
So that just became, and after being tackled in my dressing room one time by that chick, where were we in, like Oklahoma?
You got tackled?
Yes.
They caught you slipping?
I opened the door, and there she came.
Wow.
She was like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, she was humongous. Yeah. I mean, tall, tall, very strong, like very big.
What you do?
Monique?
What do you mean? What
Monique.
did I do?
Monique.
I don't know. What, you know her name? Because she was she talking about something. I don't know. Yeah, she was in the dressing room. We walked into the venue. I opened the dressing room.
What was she trying to do?
Door.
Rape you?
We don't know.
No.
Let's just be
We'll
glad
never find
somebody
out.
was
Where was
there.
your security? Where was your peoples? Where
That's
was
the
Rocco?
thing.
Like, come on.
Rocco would have shot her ass. Rocco would have shot her in a minute.
Exactly. He wasn't there. So the point is like, you just never know. Sometimes the way I kick it is not always the safest thing for me, because I like being by myself. I like doing my own thing sometimes.
To pull up to Lenox Mall, you don't want to have to bring security to go shopping.
Exactly. Taking my kids to do fun stuff. I do a lot of stuff, by myself. So I did that for that purpose. But to get back to what you were saying, when it comes to Twitter, I had to realize too that some things just don't need a response.
Absolutely.
Because the truth don't need support.
Right.
It is what it is. So I had to accept the fact that it's not like it used to be, where you have real journalism and people that cared enough to try to reach your people and see if something was true before they talked about it or responded to it or put it all over the world.
People want a reaction.
Exactly. And it's
they will say
unfortunate
whatever.
that you have people at home that don't realize this is just another way to make money off them.
Right.
When you log on, you click, you entertain, you correspond. This just puts money in somebody's pocket. It doesn't bring you any closer to the artist, because most of the stuff is not even true. So once I recognized that most things just don't need a response, Twitter has become a very fun thing for me.
Right.
I really don't care what's being said. I talk about what's
and
real
you can't.
to
That's
me.
part of being a celebrity. You can't really care what
That's
people
part
say.
of being a celebrity now.
Right, because it's like it affects you more when one person says something bad than when 1,000 people say something nice.
Yeah.
That one person,
Yeah.
you'd be like, damn it.
Yeah, and it's
You
very
wanna
different
respond.
because you got to remember we come from an era long before social media and stuff like that. So we would get a chance to sit down and talk about certain things first before people were all over the world. It's very hard when you get your family members calling you saying, "Oh, you pregnant?" No, I'll let you know.
Stop reading Twitter.
I'll be happy to be pregnant when I am, but I'll let you know.
Right.
People just automatically assume this stuff is true.
Right.
So it's something that takes some adapting to.
But what about when it's a old issue that's true? Like, Brandy, you had the incident where you had the car wreck. And somebody unfortunately died.
Right.
People like to bring stuff up like that on Twitter, call you a murderer. And things
Yeah,
like
those
that.
things hurt.
Yeah.
Like I can't sit here and say that I'm not affected by things like that, because I am.
You seem very sensitive. Like, you seem like you read the Twitter just start breaking down.
No, I don't break down. Like, don't take my humbleness for weakness at all. But I am a very sensitive person, and I just feel like when people's intentions are bad and when they go to a place to try to hurt you, like that was a very unfortunate situation that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Right.
So when people take those moments to just send me pictures of car crashes or
Yeah, that's foul.
That's a
or
little bit
say
out of
things
line.
with evil intent, that it's like I think to myself, how do people go to that place? Because it's hard for me to. I don't even know if I have that place inside of me to try to hurt somebody else.
Yeah.
We all say things we don't mean, but the places that people go are just.
It's unreal.
It's
and
a
I can't
difference.
really figure out what the reasoning is.
they're
I don't
miserable.
understand, and I understand that they're miserable, but still, it's.
The law of energy is never lost or destroyed, just transferred from one party to the
Wait,
next.
say it again.
The law of energy is that energy is never lost or destroyed, just transferred from one party to the next. So
Right.
if they see you tweet something positive, like you might be in Bora Bora somewhere, all they want to do is tweet you and say murderer, just to mess your day up.
Yeah, but it
does.
It does at times. It does, but it's been a while, so I've gotten a little bit stronger in that area when people try to go to that place. But you know, for the most part, I use Twitter to socialize with the people that do love me and that do support me. And, you know, I have this thing on my page called Randoms, and they're like random Brandy thoughts. And I just tweet positive things to
I tell you what my dad told me.
Huh?
My dad is from the country, you know that already. Yeah. But he tells me like these crazy, he'll call me and he'll tell me like some great sayings to keep with you that are just like very, very, I mean, they're broken down so perfectly. He told me, he said, maggots can't live unless they're feeding off something. Don't let them feed off you.
Right.
You know, so he'll call me with little things like that remind me. It's not to say that people are maggots, but negative things, because we know, you know, it's just that if you feed it, it just seems to fester and grow. So I just stopped feeding things, you know, because in order to live,
you should tweet stuff like that sometime.
All the time.
Oh, she does.
Like
she does that
all the time.
Brandy should tweet, "I'm with the money team right now."
Oh, stop it.
Now, Brandy, they're doing a behind the music on you for VH1, so that must be exciting for you.
It's exciting.
But it's also very bearing of everything in your life.
Oh yeah, it's a very draining process because you get into very deep things.
You talk about everything.
Yeah, I talk about everything, and I'm grateful for behind the music because people get a chance to hear it from me, because so many people create their own stories about what you've gone through and their own opinions, and
why
it's great
is that
to
not
hear.
illegal? Don't you think that
it should be?
illegal?
No, I
It's
agree.
great to hear from me.
Don't you think that? Don't
But
you
it's-
think it should be illegal?
Especially with the blog, they shouldn't be able to just to make stuff up like that.
Yeah, that should be illegal.
But that would be a whole process of you having lawyers nonstop trying to work on that. You know how many costly that would be?
Comes with the
It probably is illegal, but who's going to really
But
take
I mean,
the time?
even for your everyday person,
you
you look at all this cyberbullying. Look at the amount of children we're losing because somebody in their high school put something on the internet, something private about them, whether it's about their sexuality, their parents, whatever. These children are taking their own lives.
A lot of that's bad parenting too.
A lot of it is, but some of it isn't. Because our children, they start to kind of find their own way. Think of all the stuff we did when we knew better.
Right.
You know, so you look at that, you know, you rear your children in the way you'd eventually have them go, not knowing, though, what they may come in contact with out in the world. So if the world was just a little bit better, it may be just a little bit easier for them to decipher the difference between what they're taught at home, what we know is right, and what they're being faced with every day. What my kids are going to go through in high school is going to be different than what I went through, but what I went through was totally different than my mom coming up in Noonan, Georgia, in the country where people respected each other. You know, fellas held the door when you walked in. You know, it's a different day and time. So as hard as I had to be to make it through the school systems where I was from, it's totally different than what my mother had. She did not know how to help me through that. You know, all she could do, pray for me. She taught me the word. She gave me the Bible. But how far from that did I stray before I came back to it? So, you know, you rear your kids in the way you'd have them go, but I want it to be a little safer and a little easier for them as they out in the world, if it's possible. You know, that's something I'm looking into
but everybody
doing.
has to look within and make the change for themselves to make the world a better place. That's how it has to be. But
Well, let's get back into music.
Yes,
Now, you guys have been off the scene for a while. Now, the first thing I was thinking is it's been a long time since both of you put out albums. How are you guys surviving as far as money financially? I know you had a...
Monica's married to Mr. Shannon Brown, a basketball player.
Before that...
I mean,
bread coming in,
good investments and, you know,
Because
I was being smart.
you always hear a lot of artists and athletes as well have all this money and then wind up being broke.
Yeah.
From Allen
Brandy's brother got
Iverson.
7 Rolls Royces, an indoor pool, an outdoor pool. She's straight. Okay?
But Brandy
is
also had the
good.
reality show going on where you were going on some funny blind dates.
Oh my God, wasn't that horrible?
Your friends must not know you.
No, they didn't know me very well, and that, you know, that date was terrible.
You went on.
You know she went on a date with Naeem.
Yeah, that day, I was
yeah.
like, no offense to Naeem, I don't like to talk bad about people, but
Here it goes.
that date was.
He said he had a
just-
small penis on that date.
He did.
Didn't he say
He
that?
said
Oh
that
no, he
out
said he
loud.
doesn't
No.
last long, something like that.
And get your facts straight.
Same thing. Same thing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same disappointment.
You went out with him?
No, but I know him. He's a comedian. So I was thinking that maybe that wasn't a
Maybe
real
he was being
date.
funny.
Yeah, maybe he was trying to be funny.
Well, I didn't take that as a joke because
I was horrified.
I
was
didn't
like,
know
who's
what
gonna
was
go out with
going
him
on.
now?
I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
what is going on?
She looked
Then
mortified.
you did a flow rider, right, for a little bit.
I went out on a couple
And you didn't pay
dates
for your
with
dress for
Flo.
one of those award shows. Ray J was pissed off about
No,
that.
Ray J was pissed
He was
about
pissed
that.
off about that one.
But you know what? Some people just don't know the type of things to do,
Right.
you know, and sometimes you have to show them. But I went out on a couple dates with him, and, you know, we were better off as friends.
So Brandy's gonna you're gonna be in the marriage counselor, right?
Yes, I am.
Isn't Kim Kardashian in that movie?
Yes, she is.
Don't y'all got beef though? Didn't she?
No,
didn't your mom
no
sue
beef
her?
with Kim Kardashian. Yes.
Okay.
That did happen.
Your mom sued her for she abused the credit card or something. Like that.
Well, I mean,
That ever
let me
been
get my
settled?
money back and we're cool.
Yo, that's settled. All is forgiven.
So y'all saw each other on set and it was.
We didn't see each other on set.
Not
we
yet,
didn't have
but-
any. We didn't have any scenes together at all. But I look forward to seeing her at the premiere. I haven't seen her in a long time, and just want to say hi.
I wonder how she's gonna act. Do you think about reaching out to her behind the scenes before you guys run into each other, just to say, "Hey, I know we're gonna run into each
You should
other."
come with Chris Humphries. You should go to the premiere with Chris Humphries.
You trying to get me out of the relationship I love being in?
Right.
But Ray J don't rock with Kim, though. And you seem like the type of person that, you know, whoever Ray J don't rock with, you don't rock with, because that's family.
Well, I'm ride or die for Ray, but at the end of the day, Kim was one of my best friends. And, you know, that's always hard when your best friend is dating your brother. So I tried to play the neutral ground, but, you know, I still have love for Kim to this day.
And by that theory, Ray J don't rock with either one of y'all, so she shouldn't be talking to you either.
Ray J's my guy. Did you always know Kim was a hoe, like when she was your friend?
Oh, my God. You really just say that?
I'm just saying, though. I mean, I don't want to say hoe,
Kim,
promiscuous.
listen,
Promiscuous,
Kim.
that's almost the same thing.
our relationship was based on love, and that's it. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and talk about Kim like that.
No doubt.
Nice try, though,
first you ever say,
Charlamagne.
Kim, slow down.
She
Right,
was
right.
she was
Oh, my
dating my
goodness.
brother. That's all I knew.
Oh,
I didn't know
gotcha,
anything else. You know, I didn't know anything else.
So what about?
I just made it feel
Let's
mad
move on.
uncomfortable.
So for both of you, I know you guys both had your reality shows. Is that over and done with, or are you coming back with a new season?
Monica's show was way too positive. That's why nobody. I mean, it got good ratings.
What was
but
you gonna say?
It
Yeah,
was
I
way
was
too
about to-
positive.
yeah,
Nobody
baby,
wanted.
yeah.
No, it got great
Uh-huh.
ratings, but it was
Yeah.
way too positive.
Yeah, don't make me come out my jacket,
was
boo boo.
way
Our
too
ratings
positive.
was good
You
though.
wanted to see Monica coming out the jacket, shooting at people,
Fighting people.
Exactly.
Smacking people.
Well, look, reality shows weren't popular when I was living like that. I don't live like that anymore. I have kids. I have small kids, boys at that. So I am trying to set a better example. You know, I've grown up quite
Are you
a
going to
bit.
be trying for a girl?
You know, I love having boys. I love to have more boys.
More boys?
Yeah,
Okay.
like maybe three more, something like
Three
that.
more boys?
Wow.
You never vagina popping. That's a lot of kids. She said,
Y'all are off
Do you
the
still keep in
chain.
contact with C Murder, or that's done? Shannon ain't having it.
Actually, duh, it's my husband. I mean, but my brothers, you know, one thing about my brothers, they 100%, you know what I'm saying? And he raised one of them. So they actually go to Angola, visit him, the whole 9 yards. And my mother does her ministry there every couple of months.
You ever
So
look back and say,
family
I
is there.
dated somebody named C Murder?
No,
Actually
because I
went to
never
jail for
called him
murder?
that. Not at
Oh.
all. I felt like that was Corey Miller. I know the person, and very, to be very honest with you, he was one of the most genuine people that I've ever come across. You know, and I always tell my husband that I look back at my past. It may be the person I am. I'm a better wife and mother because of the things that I saw and experienced. And I think real recognized real. He was a good person, and I think he made a lot of different decisions that weren't the best, but he did it with the best intent. He was always trying to protect people he loved, and now the people he loved,
Turnover.
they're gone. You know, so I respect my brothers going down there. You know, me and Shannon support my whole family still being there for him, so he know he still has people, even though he's doing a life sentence.
Monica classy, she's so classy, but every now and then she'll say something just to remind you. Real recognize real. Don't make me come up out my jacket, okay?
Monica, do you have to deal with a lot of NBA groupies and all of that?
Baby.
Not at all?
They know Monica will cut, shoot, slap, whatever she got to do.
Mace.
I always feel like it has to be so hard
But
to be...
it's not like people say it is. I always say this. It's just like with rappers or anybody else. People make a conscious decision to live how they want to live. Because I fly on the team plane with my husband and the whole 9 yards, and so do other players that want that with their wives. The ones that don't, it's because they choose not to.
They be telling people, we're not allowed to bring...
Because their schedules are mapped out. He sends a brand new schedule the first of every month to my phone so that we can see and make sure we seeing each other and spending time. So it depends on what they want. It has nothing to do with the NBA. That's really a place that really believes in family. They believe in you having your wife and your children around. So the athletes that don't do that, that's their choice. The rappers that don't do that, that's their choice. The people who don't, it's all a choice. So the rest is just a facade. You know, I think groupies come with anything. You could, my girlfriend dating somebody work at FedEx. He got more women than any NBA player I know. So, you know, so I don't really get into that. I judge people based on who they show me they are. And you can have the kind of relationship you want to have. It's a choice when they have a lot of women.
Now, Brandy, I got to ask you about my boy. Is this it for you think? Is this like the most in love you've ever been?
I mean, I can
Yes.
definitely say
Yes.
I could definitely say yes. I mean, he's a great guy. A great guy. Loves me, loves my daughter, my whole family loves him, and I'm just blessed to have him. And I'm glad that I was able to take a break and do a lot of work on myself just to be ready for a relationship.
Right,
like
because
this one.
it seemed like it was hard for you just from watching your show. You didn't really know what you wanted to do. It's hard to trust somebody. You don't want to
Yeah,
bring
and then
somebody around your daughter too early, too
Yeah.
soon, and
Yeah, that's very important. You don't want to bring somebody you're not sure about around your child. And it took me a very long time to do that. And, you know, Ryan loves Sarah to death, like she was his own. So
I ain't gonna lie, Brandy's very beautiful.
thank you very
I
much.
love your mouth.
She's taken.
Oh my God.
Stop it, don't touch
Charlamagne,
me.
Please.
taken.
Charlamagne, seriously, I'm already nervous. Like, saying stuff. I've never been this nervous a day in my life.
Show some respect.
Like,
That's not a compliment.
please,
I like your mouth.
Charlamagne.
No.
Charlamagne, please.
Okay.
You have any more questions? Do
Oh,
you have any more
we
questions?
do just have one more, because, you know,
Uh-oh.
people nowadays, there was one point where it was like Ray J was Brandy's brother.
Right.
But now people like to say you're Ray J's sister. Is that
Well,
bother you?
either way, it's true.
It's the truth. That's very true.
Yeah, like I don't have a problem at all with that. Like I love being Ray J's sister. And think
Charlamagne,
he
I
likes
want you to
being
meet my brothers.
uh-oh. You know what they're going to do to you, right?
No, not
Jump 'em.
No. I'm saying it because I could tell he liked to have fun. Like he really. I think she's nervous because she know he says whatever, but I
Right.
say whatever
Yeah,
too.
why?
So I like, yeah.
But I'm very
Listen, Charlamagne's very real, but there's one thing that he does that is so unreal.
What is
and
it?
I saw this
What
the other
is it?
night.
What?
What?
We was in the club, and he had the nerve to pull some magnums out of his pocket like he needs magnums. Now, every time we up here talking, he always mentions how his penis
What
is
is
very
it?
average.
Awkward.
My penis is 7 3/4 in the winter. It's 8 in the summer.
Now, don't you hate for a guy to
It's 7 3/4 in the winter. When it's shrinking season, it's 8 in the summer.
just because.
Wait a minute. Did
Uh-oh.
he just give us some numbers?
He did give me
Every
some
man
numbers.
measures his penis. Shannon knows his penis size.
I mean, he wears a 15 and a half shoe, so
I wear 12.
15 and a half.
Somebody get me out of here.
No, but it's not
Enough's
real
enough.
to carry magnums and flash those around if you don't need
No,
them.
because you asked me if I had condoms. You was like, don't have sex with her raw. We don't need no little mixed breed babies. Because I was with my new
I did not
wife.
say mixed breed. I'm a mixed breed. I
Okay,
never
you're
was.
right.
He was with his
I
Nubian
was
white
about
queen.
to
He has a
say
Nubian
white
white queen.
How's she Nubian?
It's just,
Charlamagne, can I ask you a question?
It's ironic.
He said he drinks heavily.
Like when you ask people questions that you know is gonna offend them and hurt their feelings, like do you feel bad?
Like, wait,
But you
what
know,
question?
I
Like,
try
what
not-
question? Hold on,
no,
like, what
listen,
question?
I don't- I try-
Like, what question?
No, just all the questions
really
that
try-
he's
I don't-
ever asked
I
anybody.
promise you, I
Like
never ask a question in malice. I never ask it like,
You
What's your
promise?
mouth do
I
like?
promise. I
Sometimes
never
you do. You were mean to little mama. You kept saying stuff about her face, and she got the young.
But I told
old
y'all I was
face.
gonna make her cry. I told y'all that the day before.
but like that doesn't.
So that's
like,
a-
that
so
doesn't
that's
make
not
you-
in malice?
She was delusional. She thinks too highly of herself. I just needed to bring her back down to real life. I told y'all that. I told you the day before. Didn't I tell you, Angela? We was in the bar. We was drinking. I said I'm gonna make little mama cry tomorrow. Didn't I tell you that?
You
Does
might
it
have
make it
said that.
right?
But he
No.
has all his great ideas when he's drinking. Maybe we should X out the drinking part.
That might
Maybe
be
you
it.
should.
Yeah, we'll take the drink.
I always wondered that.
No, but I
do
never
people-
want to offend somebody. I never say.
Yes, he
You
does.
ask Brandy what her mouth do, though.
Cause I want to
That's
know
not
what her mouth
offensive?
do though. She might
Please.
say
And
you
you
want to
bring
find
it
out.
back up. You're an instigator.
What if she
You
say you want
are.
to find
You
out?
are an instigator.
How am I the instigator?
Because you just brought it back up.
If she said you
You
want to
guys
find
are
out,
not
Welcome
slick.
to our show.
And
That-
then
No,
she
I
does
know.
that to
I
me,
just
I'm the
wanted to
man.
know, just for me, like, what
You said what?
do you? Can we leave it alone?
Let's leave
Yes,
it alone.
baby.
Please,
Leave it alone.
Charlamagne.
But
Thank you.
just know that.
No,
In my mind,
I don't want to
I'm thinking.
hear anything.
I'm just thinking
right.
about that mouth in
All
my
right,
mouth.
all right. It's the
can't.
Breakfast Club on Power 105.1.
This is crazy.
Monica, your album's coming out when?
April 10th.
April 10th.
April 10th.
I had
To 11,
mistakenly. I had
sometime
mistakenly.
in June when it's right.
I had mistakenly announced Monica's album too early because it had a previous release date, and I thought it was still coming out then, but it's now definitely April 10th.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we have this game that we play with the listeners. Do you guys mind playing?
No. No, I don't. No, I mind playing the game because I don't trust you guys in here. Seriously.
It's called Keep It Short. It's not that type
No.
of game.
Y'all
Listen,
put me in the
Water, baby.
freezer.
Listen, no,
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 we
no.
Y'all,
didn't put
y'all
you in the freezer.
almost put me in the freezer.
No, we didn't know.
Y'all
Listen.
brought up old relationships.
Listen.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like-
I'm
it's a game.
scared.
Yeah,
of this game.
y'all do
No.
dig way back in the history because y'all talking about stuff
Y'all
happened to us
y'all
15
basically
years
asked us
ago.
were we broke, all kind of stuff.
But
Y'all,
that's-
this is
of course the
crazy.
people
Now, in
wanna
all
know.
fairness, though, this is the first song y'all have done together in 14, 15 years, so stuff is going to come up from the past.
And I've never met either one of y'all, so it's questions like,
What?
I wanted to ask from years ago. Seriously. Oh,
What are you
did.
talking
I'm
about?
stupid. I've met
Stop
Monica.
drinking.
At least he knows he's stupid.
Stop drinking.
Right.
So listen, this game,
That was more offensive than all the crazy
this game
questions.
is
You're right. I'm
called,
sorry. I'm
this
so
game is
sorry.
called Keep It Short, right? And it's about acronyms. She's looks so nervous.
So like,
So
look,
for
if somebody says LOL, you have to say what that means. That's
Laugh out
easy.
loud.
That's it. But
Yeah,
you play
against the
you play
listeners.
against a listener. All right?
My swag is gone, man. Like usually I'm, but this
Baby,
is
you
crazy.
still look good.
Thank
Oh,
you,
stop it. What you gonna say?
Charlamagne.
What you gonna say now?
She
No
looks good.
more.
Envy, pass me your
I know what
pen.
I'm thinking.
What are you thinking? It's the Breakfast Club on Power 105.1. Keep it.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in